So in quarter 3 of 2021, 14 million people were unemployed, and that's the highest number in democratic history. Statistics South Africa is expected to release the fourth quarter's count later today. Our business reporter Kopano Gumbi joins us ahead of that announcement. Kopano, given what we know about quarter 3, given what we know about how the economy performed in 2021, what are the expectations here?
Well, Michelle, expectations from economists and analysts alike say expect that unemployment rate is going to increase in this final quarter, but though the increase is going to be slightly less than what's forecast before. So we should expect around 35.1% unemployment, which is still significant. It would, again, make it the highest unemployment rate that we've ever experienced here in South Africa in democratic history. A very serious concern for not just government, but all private and civil players is the rate of youth unemployment, which we know stands in the 70% region. And more than that, we have the very specific target, a calculation that StatsSA does of the youth that are not in employment or in education. There are about 3.5 million young people between the ages of 15 and 24 years old, Michelle, who are neither in education or in employment. A very concerning statistic for government, because those idle hands, it means that in the long run, the social support that is needed for those young people and the demoralization of those young people not being able to find jobs increases over time, and government would have to look after those people for a significantly longer period of time, Michelle. Also of concern in the stats, the unemployment stats, is that of women unemployment. In fact, often females and women employed in South Africa is significantly lower than male counterparts across the different age bands. We've seen that when we look at the numbers, if unemployment around men is in the 30%, women's unemployment is often 50% or higher, which is a significant concern, and we should see more of that data later when the Statistician General reports.
Yeah, and I mean, the policies that need to come into fruition in the wake of this kind of data announced by StatsSA. We often hear the same kind of political speak insofar as employment and the creation of jobs is concerned. Kopano, what are we hoping for in the wake of today's announcement?
Absolutely, Michelle. You could imagine that once the results come out, if they are worse than what we've seen, that government will then again find renewed vigor to try and address the situation of unemployment in the country. We heard the president just last week at his investment conference talking about this very fact, to say that we're trying to spur economic activity so that we can create jobs. But in the last 4 years of this investment conference, all of the money that's been pledged has not translated into economic activity in the way that we had hoped. Our GDP hasn't grown significantly, unemployment has not fallen, and so all of these policies and all of these plans that they have are not bearing fruit as fast as they had hoped, Michelle. And so we anticipate that after hearing this announcement, there will be a renewed call to say we must put our boots on the ground and try and revive our economy and try and get young people and all people back in jobs. But it is a wait-and-see game at this point.